Last trip to the Toy Man's house, guys, for Hot Toys. Good morning. Today is Thursday, September 9th. My name is Eric from ReliableResellers.net. And thanks a lot for coming back to another video. So right now it's about 8:20 in the morning, 8:25 to be exact. The GPS shows me getting out to the auction house at 8:57. So that's where we're going. I probably should have said that first. We're actually en route to the auction house, if you couldn't tell. We're gonna get our paycheck and see what we did yesterday and load them back up. So a lot of the stuff that's in here right now, it's a lot of stuff from the storage locker specifically. There's a few things in here from Private Picks, but it's mostly storage locker stuff. I'm not bringing any toys really at all. Well, there's some video game systems, I guess. I guess depending on how you're going to define toys. So I do have some video game systems and a bunch of video games, but aside from that, no toys this week. But we did bring a bunch of comic books. We brought all of the Batman comic books that we got from the Toy Man last week. They're newer books, so we'll see. So anyway, today is a pretty jam-packed day. So of course we're gonna head out here right now. We'll pick up our paycheck and get set back up. And then we're gonna come back at 3:30 this afternoon. We're going back to the Toy Man again, going back to the well until it runs dry and see what he has this week. And then at 5 o'clock, we have another pick to go on and go back and see another guy that we've seen before, the guy we bought all the skateboards from. He has all of that, all of those lower end toys in his storage unit that we didn't buy. And they're not very valuable toys, right? They're like $10, $12, $15 toys. So I shot him a message a couple days ago and said, hey, if you still have all those things in your storage locker, and if you just want to get rid of them for a cheap price, I can come back over and just buy it all. But understand, I'm not going to be able to offer you a ton of money because those toys aren't very expensive. So he said, okay, let me think about it. And then yesterday he reached out and said, hey, when can you come back by? So, okay, perfect. So we have an appointment today at 5 o'clock. So that should be good. That should be great. And then everything we buy from there, we'll just take out to the auction house next week, you know. Hopefully we will be able to buy that stuff from him and then load him up with toys next week. So anyway, I also have a guy who called me yesterday, and very interesting. So he called me up and said, I've got 250 or so brand new factory sealed G.I. Joes from the 90s and the early 2000s, and wanted to know if it was something I'd be interested in. He said he's seen one of my signs around, said he sees that I buy toys, and he just said he wanted to give me a call and see what I was all about, basically. But that is a potential huge lead. You know, go somewhere and pick up 250 or so G.I. Joes, factory sealed, brand new in the box, for a couple bucks a pop. You know, that could be a big score for us. Anyway, guys, I don't want to blab too much here. I don't have a whole lot more to say. So we're gonna head out here to the auction house. I'm jumping on the interstate now. Thank you, sir. And so let's just go out here and see how much we made.
Continue
let's go,
on
guys.
I-2.
Guys, we're back, and there is a really long line to get into the auction today. I've never seen one quite this long before. Like, there's been a line before of a couple of cars, but there's a line. I mean, there must be a dozen cars waiting. Huh. Well, not a dozen, but there are 10 of us. Really good haul this week, guys. $926.22. Absolutely loving that. I'm going to show you guys a couple of things here. So the Radio Shack, the RC car, we got 10 bucks for that, so not huge there, but that's 10 bucks. The Rowdy's banner brought $22.50, so that's $32.50. The Trumpet brought $65, so that's almost 100 bucks. The
They called them nude pictures in book. That's not what it was, but whatever. So 25, and then that Marvel Vault got $80. So that's, you know, what are we at there? 80 and 25 is 105. 135, 137.50, 147. So almost 150 there. That Peanuts Guide to Life, that got 115. And then here is those two metal bicycles, that cast iron, the docking station, some of the clothing hangers, and just some of the glassware. So you see we got 115, 30, 20. So that's 50, 165, 170, 180, 190. So what, almost 200 bucks back here, and another, what, almost 200 bucks over here. So just between what we brought out here this week, we've pretty much already paid for the locker. Now, not to mention, we've sold a couple of things on eBay already. So we are well into the profit on this locker, and there's still a ton left. Love that.
All right, so I'm all set up again this week. We have a lot more stuff than I thought I did. Anyway, so we have, just show you what we got. So we brought, there's my number 36. So we brought the Beer Light. We have 2 flats over here of vintage cards. They have been picked through. It's some of the 60s, late 50s, early 60s cards. They have been picked through, but we'll see what they bring. Let's see, walk you over here to this side and show you. So here, pretty much this whole table is us, right? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 signed books we got from the toy guy. 1, 2, 3 flats of, like, you know, your 15-cent, your 20-cent books, all those kind of things. Here's a lot of this autograph stuff from that storage locker. So you guys remember all the autographed CDs, the autographed footballs, some of the autographed posters, this autographed picture, right, whatever that is. Bill Cosby here, remember Bill Cosby? Here's this Buddha. They seem to really be excited about that Buddha. That should be a good piece. Here is the Ted Williams upper deck authenticated picture. So that's cool. And then here's all the U2 stuff. So you remember we just bought this stuff a week or 2 ago, and we paid $200 for it. So they're gonna put a reserve on it for me for 200 bucks, and if it doesn't bring at least what we paid for it, then they're not gonna sell it for me. So we'll see what this brings. Right over here, show you, we got this shop vac that gets it out of my storage locker. And then I'll take you up front where I usually have a table full of toys, but we don't this week. Oh, over here, actually I almost forgot about this. We also have a PlayStation 2 and some games, Xbox 360 and some games, and Odyssey 2, and all the games. And then over here, we've got, so we brought out these 1, 2, 3 long boxes that we just got of comic books. We did pull out the ones that needed to be pulled out. These are some posters from the storage locker that are not autographed, just random posters. 1, 2, 3, 4 flats of vintage books, but not, these are books from the 80s and 90s. And then some other, here's some Legos, a PS3 with no games, a bunch of CDs we got from that storage locker. Some train stuff from a while ago. This was before I was filming. And then some cameras that some have come from storage lockers, some have come from other places. And some Apple stuff. You know, I mean, we'll see. I'm not sure. We'll see what this stuff brings. I have no idea. Probably not much, but better than what we were going to get for it sitting in my house, right? So that's what we brought this week, guys. So I'm going to go home and rest up a little bit. And at 3:30, we're gonna go meet the toy guy. Let's go. Well, before we can go see the toy man, we have to get some cash. So we're gonna go to the bank and cash the check we just got, and then use that money to go and buy more inventory. But today is also Callie May's 5th month birthday. So I'm gonna go in here and get her a toy. She likes the like shiny
crackly type toys. So let's go see if we can find her one.
All right, I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to get on here because of the music, so I'm going to try to talk over it. So I don't know, we'll see. We're looking for crackly type toys, the ones that make a lot of crackling sounds, but it also has to be just like this. These right here. If we could find these little balls by themselves, or we just buy this and take this off for her. Let's see if we can find these by themselves. That's what she wants. We have that already for her. Let's see. Do you see him? I don't see him. There's none of them in there. None there. I don't see any along this back wall. This is where all the cat toys are. So, not sure. All right, so that's what we bought. We're just gonna, these are what she really wants. She loves these kind of things. So we'll take this home, we'll play with her with this, but I almost guarantee she'll tear this up in a heartbeat, which is kind of the intention. I mean, they're just tied on. I can just pull them off. So anyway, happy 5 months, Callie. All right, guys, we're at the bank. So let's go in here and let's turn this into some real paper money so we can go buy some more stuff. Let's do it. Okay, so we turned our check from the auction house and we took our profits. We turned those into some paper money. Now, in about an hour and 10 minutes, let's go see the toy guy and let's buy some more inventory. Yeah, I'd say she likes it. So it's 3:30 and we're heading over. It's actually 3:40 and we're heading over now to see the toy guy. We're gonna be about 10 minutes late. I had to change. As I was driving home, my windshield wiper fell off. I was able to put it back on, but that was an experience. Anyway, so let's go over and see what he's got today. Folks, I think, well, no, I don't think, I know that was the last trip over there. He has said that these are the last Hot Toys he has. He does not have any Hot Toys left. We did just buy five more Hot Toys. We just spent 900 bucks. We bought 5 more Hot Toys. We bought another Batman statue and another big Batman action figure, 1/4 scale action figure, a big one. So we did get some nice stuff here. You know, we spend again 900 bucks. We'll make we should double or a little more than that on our money on this. So that's awesome. I mean, I knew this day was coming, right? I knew that he couldn't possibly just have enough stuff for me to keep going over there every week or week and a half and just loading up. You know, I mean, I bought, good God, 50 Hot Toys from this guy. I've got 25 right now, you know, so, and I've sold a ton. So this guy had an insane collection. I've spent over $20,000 with him, and he did say that he has a couple of like Marvel Universe action figures left, that it's the last thing that he's actually still collecting. So he said he does still have 2 or 3 boxes of those sitting aside, but he likes them, right? And he's still collecting them. And he was like, yeah, you know, these sell for this much, so I'd want to get this for them. And I was like, oh, okay, so these still mean something to you, whereas all these other Hot Toys and everything like that, you know, that he let go for dirt cheap prices. So he said, you know, if he gets to a point where he's ready to sell all the other Marvel Universe stuff that he has still sitting there, that he'll call me. So maybe, you know, we have one more trip over there to buy that stuff. But in terms of Hot Toys, we did just buy, unless he, but he said that this is it. You're getting the last of my Hot Toys. I don't have any more left. So, and those words came out of his mouth. So anyway, we're driving back home now. It's 4:18. We have a 5 o'clock appointment to go see the other guy to see about buying the rest of those other toys. So I'm gonna go, I'm gonna unload what's in the back here, and then we'll stop, we'll grab a little bit of money. Not much, but a little bit, and then we're gonna head over to that storage place. So let's go drop this stuff off at my apartment. All right, so right now it's 4:35 and we're en route to our 5 o'clock pick this afternoon. I do need to stop and get some cash. So let's, I'm gonna go in here to Walmart and get some cash back and try to avoid some ATM fees. Let's go.
There's a guy, I forgot his name. Yeah, he's like third row in to the left.
Okay.
He does bulk stuff too now. So like if you like were like, yo, I want to buy these 8 items. I'm sure he'll do the same, like $2-3 for.
Oh really?
Stuff. Yeah.
Huh.
He has this like little receding hairline, long hair.
So another, what did I just spend? 160 bucks, I think. So not a ton. Gave him $2 a piece on most of those factory sealed toys, and then we gave him, what was it, 50 or 60 bucks for this Michael Jordan thing. There's a Danbury Mint Michael Jordan like display. It's really cool looking, but some of the fingers are broken. There's multiple little different Jordan statues doing things, and some of the fingers are broken on it. So, but anyway, it's still kind of cool. So I bought it. It's Danbury Mint. So you know, I don't know. I bought it. So anyway, when I get home, I'll wrap up the day here and show you guys everything that we bought today. All the Hot Toys, all the Batman statues, all the stuff in the back. So let me get home and show you guys that stuff. Just got an IM from a guy on Facebook, and he's seen the bicycle that we have advertised that we got from that storage locker. That's oh, I forget, the Toomey bike or whatever it's called, whatever it is. I have it up there for 300 bucks. This guy offered me $210 a week ago when I very first listed it. He within like an hour of me having it up, he offered me 210 bucks. I declined the offer. He offered me 250 today, so I accepted it. It's close enough, right? It'll get it out of my storage locker. I'm pretty much into the profit on that locker now. So, you know, we're gonna go over here right now, get 250 bucks. As long as he shows up, he's gonna be there at 11. It's 10:52. Facebook Marketplace can be frustrating. So he did confirm with me this morning, but that doesn't mean anything. So we're driving over to my storage locker right now. We'll be there in about 5 minutes, and let's see if this guy shows up and buys his bike. Let's go. So we're in here, and he was waiting for us at the front gate. That's a really good sign. So let's go back here and sell this bike.
A little bit smaller to come out.
All right, fantastic, fantastic. 20, 40, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, that's 250, man.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Just like that, guys. Bike is sold. So here's our haul from the Toy Man on our final trip over there, at least for Hot Toys. He may have those DC Universe or DC Multiverse figures left that he was talking about if he ever gets to a point where he wants to sell them. But what you're looking at here are the last 5 Hot Toys from the Toy Man. And man, I'm gonna miss going over there and buying 4 or 5 Hot Toys every week. You know, I don't know. I'd have to go back and look, but I've bought over 50 Hot Toys from him. Easy, you know, easily. I mean, I currently have right now 27. I mean, we just bought 10, these 5, and another 5 from him in just the last week alone. So anyway, really good haul this time. Again, we spent $900, and those two have already sold actually. So we'll get there in just a second. So here's just another Batman statue. It's a really cool statue. It's from a company called Tweeterhead. Never heard of those guys before, but this one has an exclusive face or something to it. So it's like the normal face looks like that, he said, but this one it includes both head sculpts, and this one is the one that's like battle damaged one or something like that. So you know, that makes it more rare or something like that. I have all of these listed up on eBay. I'll flash the prices up for what I'm asking for them, like I always do. Actually, this one isn't up on eBay yet. I need to do a little bit more research on him because of the head sculpt is pretty rare, so I need to do a little bit more research on this guy. But it's $400 plus. This guy here is a pretty cool figure. It's not a hot toy or anything, but it's still like $150. So it's still a really cool toy. Cool Batman toy there. All right, the last 5 hot toys, at least from the Toy Man, until we find us another one. And we're on the hunt. So if you have any hot toys for sale, call me. I'm buying. So here is a Batman Prestige Edition, VGM 37, if you want to look it up. I'll flash the price up on the screen for what I'm asking for it. It's a Sideshow exclusive. Here was his last Spider-Man, and I gotta say, as I was buying as he was selling me these last hot toys, I could tell that these were different. He had these put aside, and these, he was almost shaking as he was selling them to me in a way. I mean, not literally, but I could tell that it hurt a little bit more to sell me these than it did all the other ones. So these are definitely the ones that meant a little bit more to him. Specifically those two, he really liked those two. And those two sold 10 minutes after I listed them. But here is a Spider-Man Scarlet Spider suit, VGM 34. Really cool box there. Here is another Sideshow. These are all Sideshow, well, these 3 are Sideshow exclusives anyway. So here is Justice League Batman, MMS 432. This is a really, really cool figure here. Really cool figure. And then these two. So these are the, it's Batman and Robin. It's the 1966 versions of them. Really cool figures, really expensive too. So here is Robin, and Robin is, let's see, MMS 219. So there's Robin. And then Batman is MMS 218. So that is the last of the hot toys. Now again, I've still got a ton over in my storage locker. Got a couple here at the apartment, but I don't keep a whole lot of that stuff here. I take that stuff over to the storage locker because I don't want to be keeping $10,000 worth of merchandise here in my apartment, right? But anyway, so last trip to the Toy Man's house, guys, for hot toys. You know, this was one heck of a guy to find, and I never would have found him if I didn't advertise. So, you know, super, super cool guy. I've learned a lot about hot toys. I've learned a lot about Sideshow. I've learned a lot about NECA, N-E-C-A, the company that makes those. All the different Batman statues. Really, really good experience with this guy. I've spent over $20,000 with him, and I've more than doubled, probably tripled that. have to pay taxes on it and all that kind of stuff, right? But definitely was a good guy to meet. And actually, when I first, it was one of the first people to call me from the bench I put up. So you know, if you were ever wondering if advertising works, yes, it definitely does. It absolutely does. I almost forgot to show you guys this. So here is the Michael Jordan, the Danbury Mint set here. So this thing's really cool. It's a little beat up and it's got a couple of issues, but there's a couple of scratches here that you can see that might, yeah, it's pretty well scratched. All right. Take this off and you can see the different Jordans in here. And you can see that there his arm is broken, right? One of these here, he's missing a couple of fingers right there. He's missing a finger. But anyway, so it's really cool. I've never seen one before. I know Danbury Mint's pretty valuable stuff. At least it can be. And it's Jordan, right? So I bought it. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for you. So like, comment, subscribe if you want to. Thanks a lot for watching and have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys.